Hey there, Exiles, it's Necron370 here, bringing you another look into the Exiled Lands. Today we're checking out the Sunken City, so very first thing you're going to need to know is where to go. So first thing you're going to need to do is open up your map and come all over here to the right side by the coastline. And in here where the temple is, you have this little causeway nook, and that's where you need to be. And so what we have a ore here, which, no, that's a branch. An ore here, which if you press it, you learn how to make an old ore. And come over here and do the same thing, and you travel on your way. And so now we are at the Sunken City. If you were just watching this video to learn where the location was, thank you so much for watching, and hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you're here for more than that, to see what this place is actually like, then let's take a peek. So moving up here, we run first into a book just before these guys here. The watcher above be vigilant, the captain below be ready. The Redeemer will tear the veil of time asunder and escape their prison. When they come, blood will flow. When they come, blood will flow. So very first off, we run into the watcher above. So he has one little crony here with him. Make short work of him. They're both not that difficult at all. Slice the one up and then just keep staggering buddy, and he won't be able to attack you. Dodging his moves is very effective, quite easy as well. And then in no time, you will kill him. Very easy. Oh, he really gives you his pearls and some experience. How great. And so once you're done that, you continue on up the hill. You'll run into 3 guards, make short work of them, and then you come down here to the 4th, who is praying. Again, not difficult guards, make short work of them. And now we are here at the Sunken City, and we're being beckoned to jump, so let's do it! Yeah! So the temple complex runs in a very simple order. It's very linear. You start in the closest corridor and you make your way forward from there. So, very first off, we run into the captain below. He is more difficult than the watcher above, and he has 2 cronies with him, which can be rather troublesome. So pull out your trusty weapon of choice and start hack and slash. If you haven't realized by now, I'm using demigod mode to show you what kind of damage effects you will get, but it's making it so that I do not die. Eventually you will kill him, and then you just come over up the stairs, and then we have our little stone here. And when you interact with it, you learn the Lemurian sword and shield. And don't forget, as you're swimming around, there are a couple scattered chests. The first one are by these eels and sunken ship just outside the first door. But be wary of your breath meter, because you do not want to drown. Making our way into the second temple, we are greeted by more dialogue and some pretty symbols. Now this guy is tough. He is some kind of mer person. I'm pretty sure his name was told to me in that little booklet as I read it. But what makes him very difficult is, in fact, his spear. And it has a crazy reach on it, and it does a significant amount of damage. So I pulled out my stronger two-handed sword, but because of his scales, he has a high armor, so you actually want the weapon that penetrates his armor. Now, I'm just gonna have to give you a frame rate warning up ahead. As you can see right there, my frame rate has gone to literally 4 frames a second. And then this continued the entire fight until right here when he died. All my frames came back. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it is in direct relation to characters like him. I've tested it on multiple Xboxes, and it is a recurring problem after this point in the Sunken City. So I have a feeling that the devs need to actually take a look at this, and I will be making sure to tag them in this so that they can hopefully get this fixed for everybody else. But now we move on. Making our way to the 3rd temple, we come to a gate. Now beyond this gate, there are a bunch more of those creatures. So for the sake of everybody, I'm not going in there because my frames will drop to quite literally 4 frames a second. So at this time, my spectator camera was still having good frame rates, so I went ahead and took my camera in there and got some cinematic shots so you guys could at least see what you're dealing with when you enter it. Just a little side note, I do have the Xbox One X, so it's definitely not a power issue with my console. I have the top rate console, and I know that this problem does occur on the PlayStation 4 as well. So once you're done there, we will move on. Coming over here to our 4th temple. Look at the pretty sharks. Ooh, sharks. Alright, coming in, you'll see a chest there off to my right side if you're wanting to grab that. But I didn't actually travel down here with my character because the second I even went close to this, the frame rate dropped, so I just moved on. But fortunately, my spectator camera was able to grab who was in here. Now, unfortunately, I don't know who this guy is because the spectator cam had his nameplates off, so all I really know is he's probably tougher than all of them, with all those chests there as well. So, moving on. Next we come to the 5th little tomb here, or whatever you want to call it, really. Now we make our way up, grab some air, and again we come to a doorway which I'm not going to open because in there are leeches, and leeches lag this thing out like crazy. But once again, the cinematic camera was somewhat able to make it in. You might see a little frame rate drop, but it won't be much anyways. So these people remind me of something from the Lovecraftian fiction, the deep ones. That's it. Which are very cool, but I have fought them, and they are very tough. A lot tougher than you'd expect. But moving on. So as you swim back out from this place, you're gonna notice this little cloud of green stuff. Don't swim in it. It is noxious gas underwater. How gas is underwater? I don't know. But it will hurt you, so don't do it. And next we make it over to the last one before the main chamber. And again, there's a little chest off to the side here. Grab it quick, minding your breath meter, and move on. Now, as you can see, the frame rates on the spectator camera are now actually getting pretty bad. So coming into the final chamber here, we make our way up, and we have a different kind of deep one. He's kind of like an amalgamation of the big fat ones and the skinnier aggressive ones, I guess, the fighter styled ones. Very interesting looking, I would say. But he is guarding a semi-interesting looking thing, so I really wanted it. I decided to take a crack at it with my character, and it turns out he didn't drop my frame rates at all. He worked out very well. But he uses daggers, so he can actually stack up an incredible amount of bleeding on you, so you're definitely going to want to avoid that. Make short work of him, head over to the tablet, grab your Luminarian Aloe Extract, and be on your way. So coming up to the final temple here, you're going to notice that the frame rates on the spectator camera are pretty much garbage now. So we're not going to be using that much more. However, the frame rates really don't get much better from here, so if it's been causing you problems, just move on. If you head off to the right side, once you get in here, you'll have another one of these non-laggy mer people. Take him out, and once you kill him, off to the right side, you'll notice this little lever. Now, the lever is actually used to control these gates, and that's how you actually open up the prison block. I didn't really find a use for it because, as you can see, my frame rates have dropped to nothing because these little people are in here. Not difficult at all, but if your frame rates are garbage because of them, then it doesn't help. So try to make your way through, and you'll come to a door. Into the door, you'll have leeches and more mer people. Do your best to kill them all. Make your way through the door with the light, and then you'll come to this open well. Jump on down it, and you're gonna end up at the final chamber. Now, there is a priest up there trying to summon some kind of gigantic god into their world. Now, that god is killing my frame rates along with everything else. So, we're gonna get in there and make short work of him. I'm gonna skip most of the fight, but we have 4 things that attack you here. We have 2 regular mer people and 2 of the deep one mer people. And then once you make short work of them, you'll just traverse up to the main altar, nothing on either side, and you gotta kill the ritual keeper, if your frame rates will let you. As you can see, this is ridiculous. So eventually, you will get them all dead, and their god will retreat back to whence it came. And you will be victorious in the Exile lands, knowing that you have conquered all. And then you just come off to the side here, and there's these portals, hop in them, and boom, you travel back to this place. And that's all there is to it. Now you have completed the Sunken City. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. I've been Necron370. Stay frosty, my friends.